Another artist on the rise, Adriano Selva, is my guest today all the way from France. He has a superb range of languages behind him to sing in quite a few languages. He also is a great performer, as you'll see in this visualizer, and it's surrounded by his natural family, I think, because looking at the faces, I'm thinking that's his grandfather, that's his father, mother, sister. They've all come together to perform with a topic that is about being distant, feeling alienated, not being himself, not achieving his goals, and feeling frustrated at the world. That's what Adriano Selva is facing in this video. A bit about the artist himself, because he's new, he's fresh, and I like to give people a background to new artists on my channel. And I'd like to thank Connecticus Entertainment for this extract, because they had interviewed him and I got this. It said, "Step into the world of Adriano Selva, formerly known as Chalid, where melodies intertwined with storytelling and where the essence of soulful pop music finds its home. Born with a voice that resonates with warmth, Adriano Selva's music is nothing but the soundtrack of life, reflecting its highs and lows. The ability to feel deeply and embrace vulnerability is one of the greatest strengths. It is by being a fleur de peau, which is what we're going to listen to now, that turns his emotions into powerful being of Italian and Portuguese descent." So there you go, French, Portuguese, Italian, I'm sure the English as well. Adriano Selva was profoundly shaped by the passion and raw emotion in the music of both cultures, fueling his own heartfelt artistry. Whilst loving the modern pop icons, it is the soul of the artists such as Lana Del Rey, Woodkid. Woodkid's on my channel, fabulous artist, please check him out. Go to the search button, Woodkid, you'll be blown away and know why Adriano Selva and me have been influenced by this guy. Or even Nina Simone, she's on my channel as well, everybody, that truly resonate with him. So we have a lot in common, Adriano. You've got great taste in music. Ching ching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, everybody, because it's people like him and people I've named that are on this particular channel. Yes, a man with taste I am. So it continues. And it's that unique blend of old world charm, which you'll see in this visualizer, and contemporary flair that sets Adriano Selva apart. He really is uniquely unique in today's music industry. I keep finding artists on the rise and I put them onto my channel and suddenly they implode and explode in social media within months of me saying it, and I'm always really charmed and flattered I discovered them early before that happened, to say, hey, come to my channel and you'll discover true talent. And it's about that multicultural upbringing and experiences living in various European countries that allowed him to use multiple languages in his music, helping him express his emotions more fully. Having performed under his former name as an opening act for esteemed artists like Sam Smith, Dean Lewis on my channel, Loic Noté on my channel, and Mahmoud also on my channel. God, Adriano Selva, you have great musical taste. So don't forget to sign and subscribe. And has proven himself time and time again to be capable of captivating audiences with his soulful voice. He has a charm, he's a good looking guy, he's got a great lyrical catchiness about his lyrics, and he's also just got that kind of aura that draws you into his little musical world for the 3 minutes that you're watching him. It's quite special. And his heartfelt performances and unique ability to connect deeply with listeners is true, on an emotional level. Now, unveiling a more intimate side through his new stage persona, Adriano Selva is now ready to draw you into his world of captivating, beautiful emotions. I hope you are captivated. Take a listen, we'll be back with the breakdown of the lyrics.
Des étoiles qui filent se noient dans mes yeux. Je marche comme on rêve sur leur traîne. Funambule indécis, cascadeur périlleux. Modeste prisonnier des heures qui s'égrènent. Et toujours cette cette pluie qui m'étreint et qui m'émeut à fleur de peau. Tout ce que je touche me brûle, c'est trop. Elle se resserre, toutes ces lignes, toutes ces idées qui me minent, c'est trop. Je plonge dans les larmes que ma mère m'a données et le torrent de colère que mon père m'a laissé. J'ai sans cesse rejoué la musique dans ma tête, l'espoir d'y voir passer une silhouette. Dans mes belles insomnies, je divague et je quête l'ombre d'un souvenir à fleur de peau. Tout ce que je touche me brûle, c'est trop. Elle se resserre, toutes ces lignes, toutes ces idées qui me minent, c'est trop. Je plonge dans les larmes que ma mère m'a données et les torrents de colère que mon père m'a laissés. Je plonge dans les larmes que ma mère m'a données et les torrents de colère que mon père m'a laissés.
Isn't it just simply wonderful to come across an artist that draws you in on a message that's actually very, very poignant and powerful, but yet at the same time, it's just full of everything. And that's why I like this artist. He's got many strings to his bows. Congratulations for being on my channel, and I'm just so delighted. And I say that because every time somebody's on my channel that I put artists on the rise, they suddenly explode. So I'll be watching you, Adriano Selva. We have a lot in common musically. And now let's see, lyrically, do we have a lot in common? It begins, shooting stars drown in my eyes. I walk as if in a dream on their train. Indecisive tightrope walker, perilous stuntman, modest prisoner of the hours that tick by, and always this rain that embraces me, that moves me. The thing about Adriano as an artist is he writes very poetically and superficially. And the one thing about him is he has a lot of metaphors and symbolism contained within his lyrics, because already on the third line, I walk as if in a dream on their train. He's on a train journey or a train crash in life, because he's got his grandfather, he's got his father, he's got the family tradition thing going on around him in the video. And it's quite poignant to see that, and to see actually his real family in that video. It's obvious that the grandfather is his grandfather. They look so alike. But it's tradition, and following that tradition in a cultural world that they've created, and society and politicians and the world at the time. But time's moved on, and he is compelled with his music and wanting his freedom to be away from traditional and go against his father and his grandfather and not be at home bringing in a bit of money on the table every week and being fed and looked after and pampered by his mother. It's suffocating. He wants that freedom and he's craving it. It's quite obvious. That's their train he's on, not his. And that tightrope he talks about, it's like you never see people walking on a tightrope and trying to balance themselves. He's trying to balance himself between pleasing his father, his grandfather, and his family. But what about himself? It's almost like he's that perilous stuntman. He's going to fall and scream and shout and rebel if he doesn't get away from that. It's suffocating to him. He's a modest prisoner of the hours. Every hour is the same. It just ticks by. Look, 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 this is my life, look, look, look. It's the same mundaneness in his life. The chorus says, the Fleur de Peau, every time I touch burns me, it's too much. They tighten, all these lines, all these ideas that undermine me. It's too much. And actually, I just want to do something whilst I'm here live. And there's a reason. Because the French expression of Fleur de Peau translates on edge, and he is on edge, and I've talked about that. He's raw, it's very sensitive or emotional. That's what a Fleur de Peau in English means. It describes someone whose emotions are easily triggered, making them highly reactive and vulnerable, hence the lyrics. He's saying, I'm on the tightrope, I'm going to explode here. It's also referring to a state of heightened sensitivity where even the minor things can cause a strong reaction. So that's what the song is about as well, and that's why that phrase is used a lot, in particular in the song. It continues, I dive into the tears that my mother gave me, and the torrents of anger that my father left me. In other words, he probably has had a discussion. I want to leave home. This is what I want to do. I want to play music, write songs. And they've laughed at him in his face. You want to give up this farm? We need your strength. We need you here. I can imagine the father banging his fist. I did it for my father. He's living. And you're going to shame me in front of my father and run away. And I'm getting old. How can I continue? The kind of emotional blackmail that happens in families like this. He's also contending with the mother. You're going to leave us, my only son, blah, blah, blah. So it's wonderful how he puts it. I dive into the tears that my mother gave me. So verse 2 continues this theme of sensitivity. I've endlessly replayed the music in my head. And the music in his head is the music of life, freedom. Going down that road, jumping for joy. He's on his way. Where to, he doesn't know, but he's the bright ideas and enthusiasm he has for his life is leading him forward. In the hope of seeing a silhouette pass by. The silhouette of life is the dance of life. What dance is he going to play? What into the distance? He doesn't know. And I wonder and I watch for the shadow of a memory. Memories are built upon love. It's built upon ideas. It's built upon a want, a need, and desire. That's what memories have. Like you can take, there's an old saying, you can take your memories, your current memories with you. If I was to leave this apartment, my partner, my dogs, my cats, to go away for 6 months, I'd take them because they'd be emotionally embedded in my head and in my heart. And he's like that. They're closing in. Everything's closing in. It's like 4 walls are closing in. It's too much, he says. I dive into the tears of my mother. So he's getting flashes of his mother, the anger of the father. If he does his own thing in life, will it cause a rift and an ocean that can never be healed between the two of them? He doesn't know. But the mother's tears and the anger of the father is what keeps him where he is at the moment. But he's that tightrope walker. And in life, a lot of people are walking that. If you're walking that tightrope, this is my advice to you. It's quite simple. You need to walk forward in life, not walk back. You need to live for your life, not somebody else's. Today's world is so short. So many young people are dying on the sports field, in tragic accidents abroad. Many young people die of natural causes. Life is so precarious, so short. If you can grab happiness and move forward, it's not at the expense of your family. They have to deal with it. But it will cost you a lot of mental and psychological and physical pressures and depression if you don't grab life and move forward. So grab it and move forward and see what life has to offer. It's a wonderful world out there. Go explore it. That's my advice to everybody. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. Au revoir.